Good morning. It's great to have you all here with us today. My name is Richard Kirk. I'm the Regional Director for ICE here in Northern Ireland. And I suppose you're wondering what you're all doing here. It's a bit different, isn't it? What a great venue. Over the last couple of years in my role with ICE, I've been talking to a lot of people in the tech sector, and some of the challenges that they've experienced are around, well, how do you get immersive tech to work as a collaborative experience for multiple users? And then I speak to folks in the infrastructure side of things and civil engineering, and they're trying to solve the same challenge. We're talking about data analytics, about robotics, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, machine learning. And in that tech sector, there's a massive amount of potential for those things to grow. The construction sector, it lacks productivity, it lacks profitability, it also lacks innovation, lacks research and development. We thought there's an opportunity to learn from those who are in digital technology to try and bring some of the innovation, the interest in research and development to our sector.
The team at PwC are going to take over in a couple of minutes and take people through a creative thinking process for the day, where we're actually going to come up with some solutions to this problem statement, find better ways to manage data for the public good. National Infrastructure Commission's Data for the Public Good report, which came out in December 2017, and it really presented a vision for the future of the built environment based on digital transformation, but specifically about data and how improved data sharing right across the sector can unlock a lot more value.
So we're going to talk about who are the stakeholders, both in the room and beyond, that make up the industry. How do we actually understand the problems from their perspectives or the opportunities from their perspectives? Later on in the afternoon then, each group is going to present back. Hopefully everyone will have some really unique ideas. So we're going to present back to the other groups as well around what we've been through during the day.
The design sprint format of event is something that ICE has been trialling a bit more recently, and it's a way of getting our members together, getting infrastructure professionals together in a room to really tackle a problem and come up with some interesting solutions.
I think events like today really help to look at solutions and the challenges our industry faces from two different aspects. First of all, bringing all of the representation from the industry together in one room to look at problems from different perspectives and problems that we share across industry. And then secondly, how techniques that the design sprint introduces, in terms of empathizing and defining ideas and solutioning and prototyping, how we actually use those techniques to look at those challenges from a user's perspective and how we actually iterate on our solutions for those.
This is all part of an initiative being run at industry level by the Centre for Digital Build Britain towards creating a national digital twin. So we're really aiming to get people to think differently and think in new ways about the way we work with infrastructure data.
Identify what their needs and challenges are. So really starting to look at some of their pain points, some of what they actually need to get their job done, and then what their goals would be. So it's really about putting the user and the person at the center of all the decisions around, are we fixing their problem? Are we improving their process? Are we actually benefiting them?
Hi everyone, I'm Julie and I'm a typical working mum.
My name's David Porter and I'm the Divisional Roads Manager for Northern Ireland, and part of my role is to manage the road network out there. And you've all used that infrastructure to get here today, and I'm sure every one of you have encountered the dreaded pothole.
Okay, where am I going to park? There's no parking. Where? Oh my God, I'm late. I'm late. Okay, I've parked. I'm at my... the internet's not working.
So our problem that we are talking about is about potholes. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we manage them today, and then we're going to hand over to some of the rest of the team, and they're going to give us a digital solution that may well relieve some of my stress and change how we fundamentally do our business by using digital.
Kylie is partially sighted end user, and the story is Kylie needed a safe and reliable way to get from A to B.
What we talked about is, at the moment it's based on visual inspections and some scanners that go out on some of the key roads, but how can we actually get maybe some different data sources that we can start to bring in to enrich, firstly, the data on which we're making the decision, and needing some kind of a repository to, in a standard way, take all that data. So it could be things from satellites, it could be things from video processing, it could be data collected from bikes, such as the C-Sense. So there's lots of different potential data sources that could be used.
We are the data coordinator, funded by central government, and we get loads of money to sort out problems like similar to Julie's. So what do we do? We structure data basically. We do analysis on it. It gives you come up with insights and give multiple solutions to multiple stakeholders in real time. So what data do we need? We need maps. We need driver behaviours, utility, roadworks. School, employer leave times, their start times, university start times, crowds, air quality, CCTV, traffic, all that there in real time. We also, if applicable, we will use artificial intelligence, and therefore we will structure the data, and we'll give Julie an app. Before she leaves the house, what is her favourite decision that she will make, and give her the insight in terms of where her best journey time is and when she should leave.
So as well as me being significantly more productive because I am Zen, we've got less stress for everyone that I work with. No one wants to deal with stress, Julie. We've got reduced fuel, we've increased the productivity of our workforce. We're reducing the air pollution all over Belfast because we're reducing congestion. More economy, using all of the data that we have, we're creating more skilled jobs for everyone to be employed in. And then better informed decisions for all of our infrastructure groups as well, so they can decide where's the best place to invest money when they're upgrading things or investing in those different areas.
Ours was all about user experience. What is the end result for a user? How does infrastructure impact them? And we looked at the stakeholder map. We mapped out some of the potential stakeholders, and you'll see in the centre here it's all about community groups, public, future generations, end users. But we looked at utilities, regulated bodies, government bodies, data scientists, which we saw earlier on up on the screen. And what is the supply chain? What's their impact? And how do they impact those end users? And then we moved on to the process flow. What might that look like? What do we all use? Social media, what do we want to access? Weather information, transport, roads we just talked about, traffic flow. But ultimately, what do we need to all do every single day to get to the end location?
We had an idea of connectivity and an idea around transport stops, but what we chose was the Dream Cloud.
It's a database of information, and it's supplying things like weather information, transport, travel, but it's actually people feeding back into that feedback loop that's facilitating that end result to help her to get to her destination.
For the next steps, to get this up and running and operational, you identify your funding, you agree your data specifications, engage with the data owners, the feasibility, technical connectivity, software, hardware, etc., market testing, software developments, arrange the storage and analysis, non-disclosure agreements, marketing and launch. It's called the Dream Cloud Limited, and then Kieran actually did this and then he left us. So the last post-it he has left us with is sell the company and buy a Paradise Island.
We had the technical stuff about central data holdings and governance of data and access and data sharing and all those things. And again, we decided we were going to concentrate on the fun thing, sort of what we called the Belfast Mood Map, which was essentially collecting lots of sensor-driven data for Belfast and also collecting some user feedback on the data that we have for the city to produce sort of this mood map. So we were kind of sketching out our ideas. We've got this hard sensor data, temperatures of buildings. We've got sort of the air quality sensors. We've got our travel time. We've got our congestion. And then we were also looking at sort of the softer feedback. So are people happy in the buildings that they're in? Are the temperatures in the buildings right? Are the public buildings too hot? Are they too stuffy?
And the data is a really good source of kind of cross-checking then. So you don't just have people's opinion and people are unhappy. You then can kind of compare the people's opinions and ratings and their subjective evaluation with the data that you're getting from the app to find out if there are kind of black spots, why they are, and can you maybe discount some really obvious sources that you can't do anything about.
I think we've achieved a lot today during this design sprint. First of all, bringing the groups together. We've got 4 groups here with very different ideas, very strong opinions, and a lot of experience to bring to the table.
I just wanted to thank everybody for all their input today. You definitely made our job a lot easier.
We look forward to the campaign, which will take place over the next couple of months leading up to Digital DNA in 18th, 19th of June.
Digital DNA brings together lots of different businesses from different kinds of sectors, and it aims to really get people to collaborate and share best practice on digital transformation and how technology can help us all reach our goals. There's a listing for Digital DNA on the ICE website, so check out our events section and our digital homepage, which is ice.org.uk/digital.